Hello, it's Karen Burniston here with an assembly video for one of our die sets. This is die number 1330, Peacock Add-ons, and you can check out all of our products at karenburniston.com. Our add-ons die sets always fit a particular foundation die. So for the Peacock add-ons, they are designed to fit the arch pop-up, and that's what makes the foundation for the back layer of feathers. So technically you could make a more modest peacock with just the Peacock add-ons set, but if you want to make that double layer, then you're going to need the arch pop-up as your foundation die. I'm going to start first by making peacock feathers. So the die set does include two sets to make it a little bit faster to cut, but I do need a lot of them. So my favorite way to fashion the peacock feathers is I start with a base color. So in this case, I chose a light blue. And then die cut a peacock feather. And then to get the color that's in the center, I just use ink on a sponge right through the die. So in this case, I just chose kind of like a lime green. That is Distress ink in Twisted Citron is the color that I chose. There is a Distress ink color called Peacock Feathers, so of course I'm going to use that on the edges of my peacock feathers. Okay, so far I've only actually just used one layer, but there are two additional dies that will cut pieces that can be layered onto those peacock feathers. So the bigger one cuts this kind of feather-shaped frame, and I just cut that out of like a teal cardstock. I'm not going to do any inking on that. I just chose a color that I like, and I'm going to glue that over the top. And then the smallest die in the set, and again, you get two of them, I'm going to cut that out of two colors so that I can mix and match the pieces. So I've got the outer frame cut out of the same teal that I used for the last piece, and then I did a dark blue for the inner piece, and then just going to inlay that into the opening. Okay, so here is my finished peacock feather. I had already made one. I'm going to need a lot more, but for now I'm going to move on and cut the other pieces for my peacock. So the piece that I'm using, the circle that is the eye of the peacock, what I like to do is go through the die with a white gel pen to add the catch light. I have that hinged onto a piece of black cardstock that has a double-sided adhesive on the back, and then I'm adding clear packing tape over the front. And then when I die cut that, what I'll do is I'll have a black eye sticker that is shiny on top because of the packing tape, but does have the catch light because I put that on before I added the packing tape. And then what I can do, if I want to, is I can actually just sink that right through the die onto the head of the peacock, and I'll get perfect placement that way. Okay, and then because that particular peacock blue that I chose out of my stash had a white core, I'm going to hit that with my Peacock Feathers ink as well to take away the white edges. There is a separate beak die in the set, so I just die cut that out of white and just used ink to tint it. Or I could just use orange cardstock, or really whatever color beak that you wanted on your peacock, and that will just fit right over the top. Now, I'm not doing any extra styling on my peacock's face, but I must credit the design team. They have done some beautiful styling of the peacock's faces, and I think it was Lois who first did it with the white gel pen, as you see here on one of her cards, so you really can kind of explore how you style that peacock's face. There is a die in the set to cut the peacock's legs, so I cut those out of white cardstock and I'm just tinting them with a little bit of orange ink. And then there is a die in the set that will cut the crest for the top of the peacock's head. I did have to Google what that was called. What I did is I just cut that out of the same color as the peacock, and then I'm just going to use a plain black pen to go in and color in the stalks. And then a little glue on the big part of that, and then I can stick that behind the peacock's head at whatever angle I like. One nice thing about the peacock's head is how nice it looks even in a flat position, so you could definitely be using that on the fronts of cards as well. This piece pops up the peacock, so there are 3 folds in it. There are base tabs at the bottom, they fold towards the back, and then there's a mountain fold up the middle. And when you fold that, a tab is going to stick out the front, and that's what's going to hold that peacock's head later on. So you don't want to fold through that tab, just let it stick out as you do the mountain fold. Since I am using that same white core cardstock, I'm going to hit that with a little bit of ink. All right, next step is to put on your favorite podcast or entertainment while you fashion additional feathers. So I want 10 for my peacock. I went ahead and made 2 additional ones that I can use on the front of the card. You choose your card size. I'm going to use an A2 size card. So I started with a piece of cardstock 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall, scored in the middle for folding. And then 2 that I just went stash diving, found a beautiful piece of 49 in market paper and added some panels inside the card. I die cut the 2 large arch pieces out of my foundation die, which is the arch pop-up, and I'm just going to use the tapered tab to join those 2 halves of the arch together. Now, I pretty much use glue for pop-ups all the time, and my favorite is LINECO neutral pH adhesive. I use that in my fine tip bottle. So I just want to make sure that those 2 halves are lined up nicely and joined together. And then the bottom 2 tabs are mountain folds, meaning they fold to the back. And then there's my arch, and that's going to hold the back feathers, and then the piece out of the Peacock Add-ons is going to hold the front feathers. To install the arch pop-up, you want to measure 2 inches off the center fold. So I've measured 2 inches and put a pencil line. And then what I want to do is I want to attach the base tab kind of lined up with that pencil line. So some adhesive on the base tab. And then what I'm looking to do is to have the inner corner basically be on that pencil line. Now I decided to start at the edge of the pattern paper. I could have gone all the way up to the edge of the card, but there's enough room to have it be at the edge of the pattern paper. All right, so then before I do anything about the other arch tab, I'm going to add my inner arch, the one out of the Peacock Add-ons. So I add some adhesive to my base tab, and then this is designed to just sit right next to the one for the arch pop-up. So you only have to measure for the arch and then just butt the one for the peacock right up next to it. All right, now I'm going to fold both of these pieces in half and make sure that those other tabs are sitting right on top of the other ones and that they're not overlapping each other. So just make sure that those are still sitting side by side. And then I can add adhesive to both of those tabs. And then holding everything nice and flat, I just need to close the card against that exposed adhesive. Okay, and then just giving that a second for the glue to set up, then I'm going to carefully open the card and both arches will pop up. So the tab that is sticking out, that's going to get the adhesive for the head of the peacock. So adhesive right there on the tab. And then you can kind of pinch the head on and even bend it outwards a little bit. That'll help it close a little better. And then just check it and make sure that it does find a resting place in the card and that the beak hasn't gone past the center fold, because then it would crumple the beak. So I've got plenty of room. So if I work quickly, I can even maybe move that out a little bit. So you can kind of just explore the different angles of the peacock's head, just finding one where you get a nice smooth operation. And like I said, you can bend it outwards a little bit and that will help it kind of find that closed position. And at this point, you can really see the potential here, because this could be a swan, this could be a turkey, this could be a peacock, but in the more fantasy colors like white or pink. If you like the look of feet on your peacock, you can definitely glue those onto the base card. What I do is just glue one on either side of the fold and then make sure that the legs are glued kind of up underneath the arch. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding peacock feathers to the arches. So I just want to make sure that the glue is only going to go in the area that's going to touch the arch. And I usually start with the ones for the lower arch. And what I like to do is I put 2 on either side of the fold. Now, can you put more feathers on? Absolutely. If you want to go crazy with a ton of feathers, you can certainly do that. I would say probably your minimum to have a nice full peacock would be 2 feathers on each side of the lower arch and then 3 feathers on each side of the upper arch. And if you need to trim those feathers so that they fit nicer in the area that you want to place them, that's always a great idea as well. So especially for that lower arch, that lower feather, you might need to trim those feathers to kind of match the angle of the arch so it's easy to glue those on. Okay, so now I have my 2 feathers on the right side of the lower arch, and then I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side and add 2 more. Always a great idea to close the card and make sure that nothing's catching and that everything is folding down nicely and popping up. All right, so then for the upper feathers, the ones that go on the back arch, then I just like to make sure, if I'm just going to use 3 on each side, which is kind of my favorite, I just want to make sure that I don't stick them so high that they stick out of the card. Although if it's just 1 or 2 little fronds, I could certainly just trim those off. So don't feel like you have to keep the height of the feathers. That's also something that could be trimmed. But you can kind of figure out about how much of the peacock feather can stick above the arch, and then you can check it. And see there, I just had a little bit of one, so I'm just going to trim that off. And now it stays in. Now my favorite is if I can space those feathers out to where adding them to the arch also covers up the little slots that are in the arch, because then I don't have to do anything on the back to cover those slots. I did pretty well here except for one slot is visible. And so I could either just add a scrap of blue, or I just happened to find one of the little pieces that came out of the slot. So I just glued that in the opening, and then now you can't see it on the front. Now, another way to cover the slots on the back of the arch, if that's something that's bothering you, is if you have the rainbow add-ons, which is another add-on set that fits the arch. There is a solid arch piece in that is specifically designed to go on the back of the arch and cover those slots. Another thing that you could do would be to use the scraps of the same pattern paper to cut just the base tabs of the either inner or outer arch, and cover them. So in my case, I decided to cover them only because they were white, so they were kind of stark when you opened the card. But I didn't do anything with the blue tabs, I just left them blue. Now remember, I cut 12 peacock feathers because I knew I'd probably want to use some on the front of the card. So I'm just taking my leftover pattern paper here, and I'm cutting a panel and gluing it on such that I can still tuck those peacock feathers under the edge. And then for a border, I went to our Border Blends Trims set, cut one of the large circle borders, and then snipped it in half so that it was just a scalloped border. And then I'm going to put that on the edge of the pattern paper. And then I just tucked my 2 peacock feathers under the edge and glued them to the front of the card. If you're looking for some nice greetings to go with the peacock, look at our Strut Your Stuff clear stamp set, because I did design that with some greetings that would go great with the peacock, including this one, even when you didn't realize it, you were becoming magnificent. Probably my favorite die set for cutting out our greetings would be our greeting labels die set. I can just always find a good shape and size to go with those greetings. So I'm using the double stitched label to cut out my outside greeting. And then inside the card, I just kind of didn't think it needed much. I feel like the peacock and the pattern paper is doing all the work for me, but I did want to kind of copy that border look into the inside of the card. I am carefully choosing a location that's not in the crash zone of the peacock's head. And that goes for my greeting inside as well, the proud of you always. I'm choosing a spot, making sure that it's not in a spot where anything could come down and crash into it. It'll just slide across the top. I mean, and that is it. Really easy assembly on this die set. Now I did have one more idea, which is I thought on the little crest of the peacock feathers, maybe I would add some little glitter dots just for a little shimmer on those peacock feathers. My finished card is A2 sized, so I just need a standard A2 size envelope. It definitely folds down pretty flat and it's not too rigid, so a single stamp in the States is all you would need to mail it. I love the peacock because it's one of those pop-ups that's specific but generic, right? Because it's perfect for those congratulatory, I'm proud of you, be uniquely you type of cards. But then also it's just pretty, so it would make a beautiful, birthday card or Mother's Day or a sympathy card or just thinking of you. The card that's pictured on the packaging is pretty similar to the one in the video, also an A2 size card, this time with the Grad Greetings clear stamps. I love to end assembly videos by looking at some cards made by our very talented design team. Here's that card by Lois that I showed earlier. You were made to stand out. You were never meant to be ordinary. Strut your stuff. So really, really good for an encouragement card. And then the metallic feathers on this card by Sue Small Kreider are just gorgeous. I love how she leaned into the purple for this peacock. Now, if you think 10 feathers looks good on the peacock, try 25. Look at this gorgeous card by Nikki Foden, and she also fashioned a small peacock on the front of the card using our turkey die. Here's a happy birthday card by Suzanne Smith. I just love the color choices. The team has all kind of chosen different ways to fashion those peacock feathers, and it really makes a difference in how the peacock looks. Here's a card by Jen Webster. Now, she is really a master of color. She does excellent work with her Copics, but I particularly just like how she styled the peacock on this one, even adding kind of those little small feather pieces at the base of the neck. And then finally, this card by Nikki Foden, and she is actually using a different pop-up here because she has put the peacock feathers and the head of the peacock on our photo fan pop-up. The Peacock Add-ons die set is available now at our website, KarenBurniston.com, as well as at a lot of your favorite local and online retailers. Thanks for watching. If you click on the website link, you'll go to KarenBurniston.com, where you can purchase these products as well as find links to our other social media accounts. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.